Kishore Bhimani is going to be joining us in some time from our Kolkata. There he is. There. Kishore Bhimani, good evening. Gulu Ezekiel is author of Captain Cool, the MS Dhoni Story. I don't know who's cool anymore today after this, Gulu. Bimal Soni is Deputy President of the Rajasthan Cricket Association. Sanjay Hegde is a senior advocate. He says respect his decision. He takes the very safe line. Respect his decision, cannot raise questions, etc., etc. It's the traditional politically correct way of thinking. And my first question is to Atul Wassan. What is wrong with us as a country, Atul? I mean, all the silliest question you can ask today is, was he a great cricketer? Of course he was. How great was he? Well, he was great. Does he compare to the greatest? Well, obviously he does. He's been Indian captain at the highest level for the longest time. No, was he the greatest test captain that India produced? Greatest cliche. Each time a test cricket captain retires, we'll ask the same silly question. And all of this on a day when the strangest thing has happened, Atul, that the Indian cricket captain has just walked off in the middle of a tour. The only question we can ask is how great he was. Why have we become so politically correct? What are we scared of? Not we, as in others.
Well, you've asked the right. Yeah, you're right. I think I must commend you that you have left out the remarkable career on the side, and we are coming to the question. And it was remarkable. I must say I'm the biggest fan of what he has achieved and what he has done in his career. But he could have, or rather we could have done without this blemish. You know, cricket has got its own ethos, moral tradition, you know. Nobody leaves. It's a team sport. If you were an individual Grand Slam winner and you just wake up one morning and you retire, nobody's going to question you. But when you've been appointed a captain, and since afternoon I've been doing shows after shows, I've not heard many people ask this question.
Why?
And
why are they not asking this question?
Singing,
no, why are they not asking the question, Atul?
What he has done. That is besides the point. What he did was wonderful. But why this? You know, I cannot
why
believe.
This? Why do you think he's quit like this? No, why do you think he's quit like this?
So
what is the reason?
To get. I just wonder because you know probably somebody pushed him over the tipping point.
Who is that somebody?
It's unlike him. He can't be. I mean, I would not like to think that it was what transpired in the last week or so, and he cannot be sensitive enough to feel that Virat is overshadowing him. You know, he's had his good times.
Are you sure of that? No, are you sure of that? Because one of the theories is that his retirement comes in the backdrop of unrest in the squad. Kishore Bhimani, at least let's talk Turkey on this channel. Let's be politically correct on others.
You know, it's not the first time.
Yeah, why is he? Yeah. Why is he? You know, there was a talk of unrest in the squad. There was a spat between Shikhar Dhawan and Virat Kohli during the second test match. Do you think that has something to do with it?
I can think over the last 40 years, I can think of a dozen instances where there have been much bigger spats under Kapil Dev, under Sunil Gavaskar, under Ganguly, under Azharuddin, under all the captains, including Nawab Pataudi. That doesn't mean a captain calls it quits. And secondly, Arnab, when this thing about Shikhar Dhawan and Virat Kohli was brought up, he used the word unrest. And later on, he withdrew his statement. Number one, that was a breach of protocol. He should not have mentioned it, and then he shouldn't have
Who shouldn't have mentioned it? No, who shouldn't have mentioned it?
He should have done it. No. Arnab, my point is that Dhoni should never have mentioned what happened in the dressing room. A captain cannot wash dirty linen in public. Number one, that was a breach of protocol.
So Virat Kohli was upset with him over that. No, Virat Kohli was upset with him over that. Let's go into details now, because people are calling, people want to know. Now, there was a spat. Dhoni decides to hand over the baton to Virat Kohli right after the incident, and not just leaves the captaincy. He says, I will not even play any more test cricket, which means Kishore Bhimani, he's saying, I will not step on the field with Virat Kohli as the captain. This happens in an incident where the next Indian cricket captain is involved in the dressing room. So, obviously there was something going...
No, one point I'd like to make here.
Right.
I would like to make a very strong point here.
Yeah.
First of all, it is not Dhoni's call whether Virat is ready for captaincy or not.
Exactly.
It is the call of the selectors, it's the call of the board, it's the call of the cricket people. It is not his call to appoint Virat captain. Not. If he feels uneasy, he can report to the board. He has breached the protocol of cricket in 3 occasions. If before the tour he felt uneasy, he had an injury, he had an exit. Why didn't he exit then? Why exit? Why leave a sinking ship?
No, I don't buy this. No, I don't buy this wear and tear. No, I don't buy the wear and tear argument. My body is going to get worn and torn. I mean, that's so utterly silly. Is it Gulu Ezekiel? No, my body is going to be worn and torn if I play one more test match. I mean, Atul, what is this? They think we are foolish. You play one more.
That's actually rubbing it in. But you know, if he's lasted 9 years, he can last one more week. And you know, just there's a grace, there's an etiquette, and I think nothing can be so drastic that he took this. And I'm totally, you know, flummoxed by it. I can't put my finger on it. Even there was a spat. Even if he was overshadowed by Dhoni or Virat Kohli, it doesn't add up. Totally.
No, it doesn't add up. You know, but
I think
what is the real reason? So we're down to two. There's one reason is the fight with Virat Kohli. That's one reason, Gulu Ezekiel. But the other reason people are also talking about is the IPL controversy, this conflict of interest angle, which was probed against him, left him, you know, a little vulnerable. But despite that, he was not quitting. He wasn't, Gulu, that was not going to make him quit. Conflict of interest was not making him quit. So this is obviously something else. What do you think it is?
Well, you know, Arnab, the thing is that in Indian cricket, it's all about smoke and mirrors. You know, it's never everything is never very clear on the surface. So I think in the next couple of days we are going to see some revelations. Right now it's a little early to speculate because it's just a few hours since he quit.
You've written a book on it. What do you think?
It's certainly unprecedented to quit midway through a series. One can understand if he has fitness problems. But I do feel that there is some hint that it is some way connected to the impending Supreme Court verdict. I do feel that is a
impending connection. Supreme Court verdict as in what? The impending Supreme Court verdict in the IPL case?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not only the conflict of interest, but also the fact that he went on record with what some speculate was false information about Mayappan. All these things are piling up.
But he's going to captain India in the World Cup.
But
Come on.
No, Atul disagrees with you. Atul disagrees. Atul disagrees and so does... No, watch it. My question is...
He's our captain for the World Cup. So if he had to leave cricket and you know, just if he feels slighted or in spy, but he's leading the World Cup, Indian team in World Cup. And can you imagine the same team who were not taken into confidence is going to lead the same team into World Cup? You know, I think this is a dark day. For,
no, it's certainly a very dark day. And what makes it darker actually is the fact that very few people are asking questions over it. We have gone into such deification of cricketer mode that the only silly question is that, you know, how great a cricketer was he? Sanjay Hegde, what do you think is the reason, and how can you take a stance that, you know, you must respect his decision, you cannot raise questions, etc.? I mean, I'm just curious.
When I was a kid, I used to listen to Vijay Merchant. He always said the same thing. Go when people ask why, and not when why not. Here you are still asking, why did he leave?
Yeah.
Why now?
Why
now is the question.
So, let me put it this way.
Why today?
Yeah, sudden retirements are not unprecedented. You will remember that Adam Gilchrist decided the moment that he dropped a catch of Lakshman that he was going to retire. Steve Waugh hung along, but then he finally came to the conclusion that after all it's a game. So a performer knows when he is at his best, when he's past it, and when he just doesn't want to do it anymore. Of course, there are performers who pace themselves out. They say that, okay, now let me have a showcase farewell with bats waving, everybody crying and everything. But Dhoni is not that. Dhoni has not waited for his 5,000 runs, his 100th test match and all that. You know, I think Dhoni
I think that's a... I think it's a fairly silly argument. Sorry, Sanjay. I'll tell you why it's a fairly silly. I'll tell you why it's a fairly silly argument. First of all, your starting premise is wrong. You're trying to say, oh my God, all of you are so worried and upset that he is retired that you're asking why is he retired and not why not. That's a wrong premise. Is that the question we are asking Bimal Soni, Atul Wassan? No. We are asking why now, why not after 1 week? You see, the chips are down.
Good question.
Now his team. No, 1 sec. Atul, the fact is the team has won 1.
Arnab.
But Bimal Soni, he's won 1, drawn 3.
Yeah.
And lost 6 matches.
Yeah.
In their last test matches played abroad.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, as far as record is concerned, the man has a hyper-pathetic record as a test captain of late. He has a pathetic record as a test captain.
It's not the first time he has lost abroad. It's not the first time he struggled abroad.
I have one thing to say.
This cannot be a reason. You know, when you go to war, there's a saying, you never leave a man behind. And when you are captain designated for the whole series, you never leave a sinking ship. You've lost 2 matches. If he would have retired after winning 2 matches, I could have still actually understood.
No,
but once you are there, you got to stick it out. And you know, how many cases, how many instances in world cricket will you think of when a captain has decided overnight that he's not going to even finish the series?
No, is this embarrassing the country or not?
Mental illness like psychotic.
I say it's embarrassing the country.
You know, I can understand.
The country has been embarrassed by the way Dhoni has behaved.
I think if I can just assume or presume, I think he's just wanted to make a big show of his unhappiness with whatever has happened.
It's
in the
an
last
ego
10 days.
issue.
Like Al-Qaeda, nobody knew before they brought down the World Trade Towers. After that, everybody knew Al-Qaeda. I think this is the World Trade Towers for Dhoni.
This is just an ego issue, is it, Bimal Soni? I mean, but if you want an ego issue, you want to wash your dirty linen in public, do it elsewhere. But you're embarrassing a whole country by choosing to get out midway, bail yourself out in this manner, right in the middle of a tour, Bimal Soni.
Arnab, there are 3 aspects to this. First of all, about a year back, Dhoni was seriously thinking of leaving one form of the game. He could have done it before the starting of this tour and he could have kept himself for the one-day series. His coming back after injury, after first test, his captaining of the side and then leaving in midway is not acceptable. It's something to do with, as you are rightly saying, this is chickening out in mid-series for a captain is not expected of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He's been a fighter, he's captain cool, he's been the longest tenure captain of India. I think there is something drastically wrong in the dressing room which has forced him to go. But by going, he has created a problem. He has not solved a problem. So I would say this is a very timid decision on part of Dhoni to have left the Indian team in between.
No, this
but
is
at the same time.
Bimal Soni,
we don't
Mr.
know
Soni, if this is what Dhoni has done,
this is nothing to do with
Mr. Soni, Mr. Soni, why should we have a person who has insulted the country, humiliated the country abroad, left everybody looking flummoxed and unsure of themselves, left the team looking in tatters, a team whose chips are anyway down, and he gives a series of excuses and go underground. I say today, Kishore Bhimani, why should that man be my captain in the next World Cup?
No, but
what is Mr. Srinivasan's obligation to that? Why should he be the captain in the next World Cup after what he has done?
I would like to answer that.
With a person like 1 minute.
No, then you are letting him set the terms. Yes, Kishore Bhimani.
Arnab, I am very...
Kishore Bhimani.
I would like, Mr. Soni, if I might answer this. If I were leading this board, or if this cricket control board was led by honest, upright, forthright people, they would say, if you retire, if you are in tatters, if you are in a problem, you are out, finished.
Absolutely.
From any kind of game. Why should you choose your tour? Why should you say, I'll be World Cup captain,
Absolutely.
but I will not play the last test and leave the ship sinking?
Absolute
nonsense.
How many of our viewers agree with Kishore Bhimani tonight? How many of you want coming to Bimal Soni? But let's get our people to give us our feedback. Now our hashtag is Dhoni Mystery, and using the hashtag Dhoni Mystery, my question to you on the Newshour this evening is, how many of you agree with Kishore Bhimani's view that if this man finds himself physically incapable of leading the Indian test side, and on top of it, the point which I said, that he has left the Indian team and the country humiliated by walking out in the middle of a tour when already India is getting hammered down under, then should he have the luxury of choosing whether he remains to be head of the Indian ODI side or the T20 side? Yes, Bimal Soni. Yes, Bimal Soni. Let's have a vote on that. Bimal Soni.
Arnab, first of all, I've been a manager. I know the role of the manager, and don't forget there's Ravi Shastri there, who's one of the directors there. So I think it should be thoroughly investigated why this has happened after this series, and then board should take a call. After all, Dhoni is supposed to lead the squad in one day. So I agree with Kishore. It should be reviewed.
No, what
call? One-day squad.
What call?
So it should be reviewed. Pardon?
What call? Call on what? Whether he continues.
Hello?
Call on what?
Yes.
You are saying take a call on what?
That's what I said. Call on, because whether he continues as one-day captain. For that, report of the manager, Ravi Shastri, and other board officials is also
I'm sorry, you're imagining. I'm sorry, that's a private deal. I'm sorry, that's a private deal between Mr. Srinivasan and MSD. You think Mr. Srinivasan will touch him? Isn't he the Chennai Super Kings captain? That's the only brand value the man has left. I mean, if he tomorrow, Kishore Bhimani, doesn't N. Srinivasan know that the moment he's out, you know, as T20 captain and as World Cup captain, his brand value is dead. Srinivasan is a businessman. He's going to try and stretch Dhoni's brand value for at least a few more months, despite the humiliation that Dhoni has heaped today on the Indian cricket fan. Yes, Kishore Bhimani.
Well, I think that what you said
Arnab,
is
you are
absolutely
taking
true.
it the other side.
Today we are forgetting
Dhoni could have been
that
right
getting
also.
out of
Ravi Shastri there.
No,
yes,
wait a minute.
Kishore Bhimani.
There have been captains who have faced adversities before. I was on the tour in 1981 when Sunil Gavaskar, certainly a great leader, was going through a very bad time. India all out for 74 at Sydney against Greg Chappell's team. India suffering badly, getting out, getting bad decisions. He didn't quit. He didn't whinge. He didn't complain. He got his troops together. 3 injured players, Kapil Dev, Dilip Doshi and Shivlal Yadav. And with that lot, he went and won the test match at this same Melbourne. Now, that was spirit. A captain is supposed to do that. Captain under adversity. Captain in any kind of problem.
Oh, yes. Sanjay Hegde, Atul Wassan.
Yeah, can I...
No, absolutely, Sanjay. Yes, Sanjay Hegde.
See, listen, what would he have achieved had he hung on? He could have either won the test or he could have lost it. If he won, there was no great particular glory in it.
That's what cricket is all about.
If he lost it,
what are we talking about?
No. We are talking about what additional value could Dhoni have given to the team. What he has now given to the team is this.
Seeing his team through.
He has seen that there is a successor. He has put the successor there and he has walked off into the sunset so that from now on,
I'm sorry, 1 week.
To the successor.
No, 1 week.
What
1 week.
Come on.
1 week.
This is the
same entire international media. Nobody knows. The Indian Cricket Board doesn't know. The captain walks out. Everybody is trying to explain what happened. What are you talking about?
In corporations, in politics, everything is about succession planning.
Sir, the succession planning has been there. Does that mean you need to embarrass both your successor and the organization?
If you have a successor
and you decide and leave in half after 3 matches.
No, Atul Wassan. Atul Wassan. Yes, Atul.
Listen.
Yes, Atul. Yes, Atul. No, my...
Yeah. You know, I mean, this is succession planning. We know what succession planning is. And I must comment, Indian cricket, it's become very mature that we got designated captain. You know, Australia used to do it. Mark Taylor, Steve Waugh, Ricky Ponting. You knew who was going to be captain. Indian cricket always thrived on pitching 2-3 players together just for their power equations, you know. And for the first time, we knew who was going to be the captain. This is a wonderful place to be. But this one, if you leave a team after 3 matches, you're appointed for 4 matches. Sorry, I think Dhoni has become a mortal today in my eyes, you know, and thank God we are not even talking about what he has achieved. What he has achieved is remarkable, you know, and we're not talking about that. It's this blemish. The tea and coffee served to me was perfect. Only in the end, I find this fly in it, which is leaving a bad taste.
No, one sec. What we are discussing today is not whether Dhoni has been a good cricketer. Of course, been a great cricketer, been a great test captain and most successful test captain so far, though his recent record has been quite pathetic. He's had more victories than Sourav Ganguly. He's far ahead of Sourav Ganguly in that respect. It's great. Statistics work for him. His recent record is pathetic, but it doesn't take away from the fact he's on an overall scale being successful.
On a lighter side, there is another conspiracy theory.
What conspiracy
one thing. That he could have become the most losing captain, matching Nawab Pataudi's record of 19 test matches. He's lost 18 already. So if he would have lost the next one, he would have been, you know, the most losing captain.
Oh, yes, it is. You know, absolutely, yes. Now, I'll tell you one more reason why this thing doesn't add up to me. I'm sorry if you expect conventional views only to be here about, you know, not asking questions. This is times now we'll ask the tough question. The fact is, I want to know whether this is being honest or dishonest. Sumanth C Raman joins the debate. He's part of, you know, he's a sports commentator. He firmly believes that, you know, you shouldn't be questioning why Dhoni retired. Respect his decision. We respect his decision, but it doesn't add up. Because, let me give you one reason. We've been talking of many, Sumanth. If physical fitness was a major factor, then Dhoni, why did he return from injury to play only 2 tests? He should have made this decision while he was injured. You understand? So don't tell me this worn out body, I'm going to get tired, I'm preserving my body for the next World Cup, etc. Right? Second point.
Look, this is a man...
No, don't tell me this. This is a man who served Indian cricket, don't question him, etc. I know you're lying.
No.
Give me a new line.
Who's held the most high-pressure job in international cricket, extraordinarily
for God's sake. No, 1 second. What do you... Please don't give me this pity argument.
It's not
you are a captain of an Indian team. You wait 1 week. Why do you want to embarrass the whole country? In the middle of a foreign tour.
1 minute.
You just walk out. Is this a joke?
Excuse me.
No, Sumanth. In the middle of a foreign tour, you say thank you, I've had enough, bye-bye.
No,
what's it, Sumanth? In the middle of a foreign tour, you say thank you, I've had enough, bye-bye.
In 2000. No, 1 minute. In the year 2000,
you tell me
Sachin Tendulkar resigned after the first test against South Africa. It is on record. The BCCI persuaded him to continue for 1 more test, which also India lost. So
no, but he continued, right? He continued, right? What is this unilateralism?
He was persuaded.
What is this unilateralism?
He was persuaded by the board. What did Mr. Sanjay Patel say today? We discussed it, and the board decided to respect his decision. Nobody said the board asked him to continue. Why couldn't they have persuaded him to continue?
Again, Sumanth, you know, the BCCI secretary received a phone call from Dhoni. Dhoni says, I'm quitting.
Yes.
The BCCI secretary, Sanjay Patel, had no idea. He had no intimation. His retirement came as a surprise to the BCCI completely. Those details are with us. It is part of news agency reports which has come out. So there's something else which happened.
Look,
First of all, do you admit?
The BCCI.
Sumanth, do you admit that when something like this happens, there is more than meets the eye?
No, absolutely not. This man just had enough today. I mean, it happens to all the cricketers. I've been talking about this even earlier.
Really? Okay, he had enough today. He had enough today. Let me tell you, 1 second. He had enough today. His body wore out today. Atul Wassan and Kishore Bhimani. This is a horrendous argument.
Not body, his mind just felt he had enough.
Oh, so his mind had enough. This is the argument so horrendous. It can only be matched by the horrendous performance of the test team in Australia. His sudden retirement can't be because I've had enough wear and tear. My body and my mind is tired and I want to preserve what is left of my body and mind for the 2015 World Cup. Because have you seen the disastrous record that he's had as a test captain outside Asia? Have you had a look at it? Have you had a look at it? Have you had a look at the win and loss ratio? Have you had a look at the win and loss ratio?
Look,
and Atul Wassan is absolutely correct. It comes close to Mansoor Ali Khan Pataudi.
When you have a team, Arnab, when you have a team where not even 3 or 4 players are sure of their place in the next test match, and you want the captain to go and pull off a miracle?
So why did he say in September, I don't believe in deserting when the chips are down? Atul Wassan, Kishore Bhimani, please. Kishore Bhimani, Atul Wassan. The tweets are increasing. 1 minute, Kishore Bhimani will respond to that. Kishore Bhimani first, then Atul Wassan. Sumanth, please. I know you are a believer, but please don't lose your sense of natural cynicism.
This point is that we don't want him to win the series. We don't want him to pull off miracles. We want him to continue with the protocol of the great game of cricket.
Oh, yes.
And continue what he has been told to do.
Well said.
Don't tell us that he's suddenly his mind, like a general who goes to the front and decides that my mind has had enough. So he tells his deputy, you take over the battle from now on, I'm leaving. I'm sorry, this is not cricket.
Absolutely.
What does he gain by quitting? Mr. Bhimani, what does he gain by quitting? Here is a man who is 24 runs short of 5,000 runs. He's
what
6
kind of a question
short
is
of
this?
300 dismissals.
Well,
I don't know what he gained, but he lost a lot.
His place
is not under threat. Excuse me.
He lost a lot. It doesn't matter what he gained.
Series is concerned is not under threat.
Yes.
So what does he gain by quitting? Please tell me.
Let me tell you, somebody said the
not everybody does things for gain. They do things out of stupid whimsicality.
I am asking a simple question. Is Dhoni a deserter? Is Dhoni a deserter? At the end of the day, team is losing. 1 minute. Let's be honest, Sumanth C Raman. Team is losing, chips are down. Whole world is looking at you. There's been a fight inside the Indian cricket team. Your name is in controversy over the IPL conflict of interest issue. You're doing badly. You walk out, you say enough is enough, quit, goodbye, and then go under, no explanation given. The whole country will ask, the Australian media, the whole world is going to ask, what is happening to Indian cricket? It's not about the fact that you lose, but the fact that you run away after you lose and you run away like that. Sumanth, please accept it.
I agree.
Please accept it. I mean, is there no sense of honor left?
His retirement was unexpected. Relinquishing captaincy was something which a lot of people were saying, including the likes of Sourav Ganguly and others were saying, why
Atul
is he,
Wassan.
maybe it's time for Virat Kohli to take over. There have been a lot of talk about it. Relinquishing captaincy is not a surprise.
Atul Wassan,
can you imagine the floodgates?
First of all, Sumanth, please understand, nobody's pleading for Dhoni to stay. Nobody's pleading for Dhoni to stay. But there is a way, there is a dignity, there is a propriety.
Exactly. Yes.
There is a sense of honor. And most importantly, Mr. Raman, if the country and leading the country has been such an honor for you, don't embarrass the country when you walk out. Don't be so selfish in the way that you look at your own timing. Your own need to retire at your own timing, that you don't matter what impact it has on your country.
Arnab,
I'm sorry. Today, if an English captain, Australian captain on Indian soil, while they were losing, without informing their boards, walked out,
You're not even answering the fundamental
question. Why has he quit?
Why did he quit?
Exactly.
We're just, that's what we're discussing.
That's what, now we are asking the question.
Exactly. My point is,
Atul Wassan.
Continue to play on.
Atul Wassan.
Anybody is selfish,
can I say something?
To play on.
Give me.
Atul.
Why are they asking, why did he quit? If we knew, we would have told you before. That's why we're discussing, because I can only condone this if he was injured and unable to play, and I don't think so he's mentally tired. Can you imagine the floodgates he's kept open because so much talk of sledging, and now Australian team is going to sledge the hell out of Indian boys who are going to play the last test match, that we sledge your captain out of the series? Come on, don't heap this. And Gary Kirsten said, I would go to war with this man. And that's what I want. I want a clear disclosure. What happened actually, and why has he done that? If there's something wrong with him, wonderful career, hats off. But why just do this? Why just rub it in just now?
Well, absolutely. What do you think, Gulu? Gulu, you're very quiet. If you feel this puzzle is fitting, because in September this year, Dhoni says, I don't believe in deserting when the chips are down. In September, he says that. And now this happens. What do you think happened, Gulu? You talked about the IPL angle earlier. You still stand by it, or do you think there's some other angle to this?
No, Arnab, one thing one should take note of is that even though the 30 probables for the World Cup has been announced, India has not submitted its final list of 15. Now, Dhoni has made this dramatic announcement. It's still open that there may be some more dramatic announcements to come. I mean, he's quit Test cricket perhaps in the heat of the moment, and we really don't know what is going to happen before the final 15 is announced. We could be in for another surprise. Perhaps he's going to quit all forms of international cricket. I mean, the fact is, there's a worldwide trend after not only the IPL but various other 2020 leagues for cricketers to give up one form of the game, and mainly Test cricket. And this is the first example in India, a recent example, but it is a trend. And I am just concerned as to what is going to happen before the final 15 is announced. I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to have another shock announcement.
No, but well, that's a very interesting angle, Gulu, and I know it's coming from someone who's fairly well informed. No, what we are talking about, Sumanth, is the lack of grace. There has to be some grace left in this cricket. No, 1 minute, Sumanth. You want to talk? Sumanth, when you play the IPL, when you play the IPL and you play the Chennai Super Kings, and you play more than a month and a half of what is horrendously tiring T20 cricket, you're fine with it. No, how come IPL does not take a toll?
He's led India on 163.
No, how come IPL does not take a toll? Because you don't have to play under Virat Kohli.
Why are we bringing...
No, IPL doesn't take a toll because you don't have to play under Virat Kohli.
I agree with you. I do not support his retirement because it leaves a huge hole in the Indian team.
No, who's talking about his retirement?
The best wicketkeeper batsman in India.
You are completely looking at the wrong end of the stick. What
is wrong in stepping down as captain?
Nobody is questioning his stepping out as captain. In fact, I am among those who say his performance is so bad he should have stepped down some while back and given over to Virat Kohli. My question is, there should be some grace, Sumanth. No, there should be some grace. Kishore Bhimani is not just being old-fashioned when he says, Kishore Bhimani, let me get him in. What about grace, Kishore? You know, if you want to retire, please retire. But announce it before the test match starts. Announce it before the test match starts, play the match. Or announce it now, play the next match.
Grace,
for God's sake, grace.
Mr. Sumanth Raman, I'd like to reply to Mr. Sumanth Raman on one or two issues. The fact is that we don't want him back. We are not talking about what great things he has done. We are talking about the fact of timing. Today, not now, in 2011, it was the same Mr. Srinivasan, the same Mr. Srinivasan who said that he will now, will you let me finish?
Please go and ask the people of the country. You may not want him back. The people of the country, whoever I've been...
Why don't you run an election? Why don't you be the new election commissioner, Mr. Sumanth Raman?
Please run an opinion poll.
You suffer from verbal diarrhea and don't let other people finish.
Who the best wicketkeeper batsman in India is today.
We are not running an opinion poll, we are running an intelligent panel discussion until you
the next match. Exactly my point. Okay, I'll answer Mr. Raman.
Can I come in?
No, this whole opinion poll angle is terrifyingly ridiculous. It is terrifyingly ridiculous. Let's do an opinion poll. I mean, do an opinion poll.
It's not an opinion
poll. No, I'll do an opinion poll.
Mr. Bhimani made the point, Arnab. He said we are not asking for him to come back.
Yeah,
he's not asking for him back.
Exactly, because you said we are asking for him to come back. We're not asking for him to come back.
No.
We're not asking for him to come back. We are talking about decency.
Finish what he was told to do.
We're talking about grace.
Decency.
Look.
Grace.
We're talking about dignity.
Decency.
We're talking about national honor.
Dignity of the game.
If Dhoni had been an Australian, then they would have worshipped him for his decision today.
10 years, feels pressure and says, I don't think I will be doing justice if I continue to lead India anymore.
Kishore Bhimani.
And you guys are going on saying that this is a selfish decision.
No, Kishore Bhimani is finding something incredible. What's Kishore Bhimani, what are you laughing at?
Worshipped him if he had done what Dhoni did today.
No, what's Here's a question.
Finish your work and then go. I cannot imagine any country that would worship a man for leaving his battle halfway. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you why. The battle is over as far as Australia is concerned right now. We have one more test match. We have the beautiful Virat Kohli. He has his aggressiveness. He has his style. He is taking it to the Australians. When the moment comes, when the old warrior wants to, like Bhishma Pitama, go back and
who has told you that you can pick Virat Kohli?
Oh, come on, Arnab.
No, what's it? Why would you?
I'm sorry. Virat Kohli is the vice captain. Everybody knows he's the next captain. The moment the successor is there, the moment you are no longer at your prime form for the long form of the game, but you can conserve yourself and still win. There are still battles that you can win.
No, watch out. Question coming over. Then you keep the wickets under Virat Kohli's leadership. And you play the final test under Virat Kohli's leadership, and you pass the baton and have some grace and have some dignity, and don't insult the country while you're doing it. Somebody's not doing that. Atul Wassan.
There have been people.
Atul Wassan is contradicting you, gentlemen.
Can this gentleman give me one example of this happening in the history of world cricket?
Yeah, let Sumanth Raman give you an example.
Where suddenly he thought that, okay, there's another better guy. Let me walk out middle of the series and let other person lead. Can he actually quote or remember any occasion in 150 years?
Rahul Dravid told Sharad Pawar mid-series that he was quitting. He quit as captain, but he continued in the game for some time. That was his decision.
Yes.
But when you have had an all-powerful captain, when you have an all-powerful captain like Dhoni, he has taken the correct decision. I will not overshadow the new captain. Give him his full run. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God!
If I play one game more or one less.
Okay. Sumanth, one second. So right now, Sumanth Raman can come back on the other side. Argument is going in mysterious and weird directions, right?
I'm not coming back on the other side. Arnab, I have been consistent. My argument is he should have continued to play as a player simply because the team India needs Dhoni. He is the best wicketkeeper batsman in the country by a mile.
You said, Suman.
So for that reason, he should continue to play.
You just said.
If he feels he doesn't want to captain the team, he's free to go.
One minute. Sumanth Raman and Sanjay Hegde. I have so much regard for you and Sanjay Hegde. But I must give you the award today of the two most terrifyingly ridiculous comments that I've heard on a panel discussion on cricket. The first comes from Sanjay Hegde. What? First is not yours. You're number 2. The first most terrifying comment award goes to Sanjay Hegde, who says, in any other country, if he had done this in Australia, he would have been worshipped like a god. Right?
Absolutely.
You are the runner-up. No, you are only the runner-up, Sumanth.
Okay.
Your comment is, your comment, for which I give you the runner-up for the most terrifyingly ridiculous comment of the year 2014 is this, that have a poll, and if you have an opinion poll, most Indians will want Dhoni to be the captain. I tell you, have an opinion poll on that. You be completely wrong. You said that. Didn't he say that, Kishore Bhimani?
No, I said it. 1 minute.
I mean, what is this?
Mr. Kishore Bhimani said, we don't want him back. And I said, I'm sorry, that may be Mr. Bhimani's personal comment.
But I tell you, I put this question to the test on Dhoni mystery. I put this question to the test. I put this question to the test with the hashtag Dhoni mystery. I put this question to the test. Who should be India's future test captain? Should it be Virat Kohli or should Dhoni continue? I tell you, I can bet you 90% of people will say Virat Kohli should take over right now. But that's not the issue. Virat Kohli should be allowed to take over in graceful circumstances. Graceful circumstances.
Arnab.
Not with a sulking captain doing a handover in controversial circumstances.
Arnab, this is what somebody says. No nonsense about playing 100 tests. Or scoring 5,000 runs, or a farewell series in India. Dhoni truly a standout in Indian cricket.
Helicopter shot.
This is a player who has not played for individual
who's questioning that?
He
Atul
has
Wassan.
gone on his timing.
No, Atul Wassan, are any of us questioning whether he's been a great captain? I'm saying he was a great cricketer.
Questioning that. A selfish
we are discussing, please.
In the history of T20 cricket, he will go.
Actually, this is the point of the whole show.
But the question is, the way in which he's chosen to walk out, I'm sorry, is embarrassing. Yes, Atul.
The propriety is the question here.
Absolutely.
The propriety is under question. I'm surprised. I think they've missed the point of the whole show. We are not talking, we know what he has achieved. He is the most remarkable player, captain ever. But what he has done now has brought him to a level where either he comes clear or something seriously wrong with him. Why he has done it? Nobody does that in cricket. This is cricket. It's got its own ethos. It's got its tradition. No. I cannot think of any instance in 150, 70 years of world cricket where a captain has done this without having a legitimate reason for it. If there was a mental breakdown, I can imagine.
I think since this has happened.
Yes.
Since this has happened.
Why do we not think that this can be a mental? Why do we not think that this can be a mental fatigue issue?
What?
I mean, why do we say, look, this guy has...
You're saying Dhoni had a mental breakdown in Australia? You're saying he's had a mental breakdown in Australia?
I don't want us to use the word breakdown. But pressure can get to you. This could have been...
But then how does it not get to you if you're CSK captain? IPL captain? Your body is fine, your mind is fine when you're serving Mr. Srinivasan.
Look, there are two entirely different issues, Arnab.
How are they different? You're playing cricket, you're using your body, you're not just using your mind.
The team is doing badly. He is being constantly criticized. There is tremendous amount of pressure on him.
Oh,
and
please,
he's that pressure wonderfully well for so many years. And something
Kishore Bhimani, oh God.
It can't happen. He's a human being, for God's sake.
Oh God.
He's not a thief of some kind of...
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
He's going to recover in time for the World Cup. He knows that also.
Ridiculous?
He's, apart from anything else, he's playing helicopter shots. He's also a great psychiatrist. That he'll be okay by the 14th of February. Fantastic. I mean, this is amazing.
Look, we don't
Nobody
know that.
is saying, I agree with Atul Wassan 100%. He was a great cricketer. He is a great cricketer. He's an all-rounder. He's versatile. But he has done something wrong today.
Oh, yes, he has.
No. You can be good enough to play one-day cricket. You may not want to play the longer game. Look, Arnab, let me take you it as an example.
Yes, so don't play the longer game. The country is not begging you to. But play the last test match, for God's sake. Don't do what you did. Don't surprise the country. Don't shock the country by just saying, you know what, I don't feel like I'm going out. Handle your problems, India. Okay, bye.
Absolutely.
This okay bye attitude to captaincy is dangerous.
No, when you know that the country
what should you do? What should you do?
Arnab, that is the best test.
Are you saying that he should have continued to play?
No.
His heart is not in it. He's got huge mental fatigue.
Oh,
he's under tremendous
Mr.
pressure.
Raman.
He continues to play.
Mr. Raman, stop.
Because people will
Mr.
say,
Raman,
why
stop.
is he leading in the middle?
Mr.
Right?
Raman, stop. If you think, you know, I'm a cricket lover, Mr. Raman. Right? But I don't believe in this business, let's make cricketers gods. I'm a cricket lover. I want a performing captain. Now, just 1 second. One second, please. Unlike you, I don't have permanent prejudices.
Arnab,
permanent biases or permanent interests.
I don't have permanent prejudices.
No, 1 second.
I'm sorry, I don't have
1 minute. 1 minute. No,
I want to come in, please.
No, I'm coming to you, Bimal Soni. But you know, this
Arnab,
argument
can
that
I come in?
Yes, okay, Bimal Soni, go ahead. Bimal Soni, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Please, Arnab, I think there's too much of Dhoni bashing and too much of Dhoni protection. What we should bother is that the Indian team is on tour. There's drastically something wrong in the dressing room.
Exactly.
The management, Ravi Shastri, the manager, the captain and the vice captain, we have to play a test match. Something drastic has happened. The board should look into it. Something should be done about it. The captain is left in between. The post-mortem of the captain can be done, but we should try and get it out why this has happened. And if this has happened, what remedial measures are we taking by way of management, by way of one-day team management later from 14th February? The board should act, the selection committee should question, and then a decision should be taken. Raman talking about Dhoni and we bashing Dhoni is not the solution. The problem is that Indian team is in doldrums, the captain is left in between. That means there's something drastically wrong in the dressing room.
No, one sec. First of all,
we should look at that point also.
Why does no? May I ask you one thing, Bimal Soni? 1 minute, please. What is wrong if you question a cricket captain? I mean, is it blasphemy? Is it blasphemy?
No, not cricket
cricket captains are supposed to be. What should we do?
No,
what should we do? We should just worship them. What do you want us to do?
Absolutely not.
Why can't
every time you question, every time
why can't we question grey areas of our icons? You know, they're not gone.
No, I'm very clear about it. No, I'm very clear about it. Mr. Bimal Soni,
back anything they do.
Mr. Bimal Soni, the fact
they are not God.
Mr. Soni, even Sachin Tendulkar was allowed to play cricket right up to his time, dictate the time of his own retirement.
If there was a problem,
that question.
Arnab,
Arnab. Yes, okay, Atul.
Arnab,
okay, Atul, go ahead.
Yeah. You know, just I want to ask a simple thing. If they think that it suddenly come over him, he could have done the right thing where he could have abstained from playing the next game and then announced that this is going to be the end of my test career after this last test match. He could have taken the higher moral ground. Everybody would have been happy. He wouldn't have to play the next game.
One last point I'd like to make.
Atul, can I add something to that? Atul, why is the retirement happening behind closed doors?
Him to do that?
No, why is the retirement happening behind closed doors?
Not ask him to do that.
No, 1 second, Sumanth. I mean, you lead the country. It's a public matter. It's not a private sector job. It's not Chennai Super Kings.
So he's not called a press conference and announced he's resigning.
Exactly. Why doesn't he? Why is he announcing his retirement behind closed doors in this hideously secretive manner?
Why doesn't he?
That's the right way
of doing it.
It's
a hideously secretive way of resigning. Retiring.
Imagine at the press conference at the end of the day.
Okay, Sumanth. Okay, Sumanth. Everybody's wrong. No, what's it? Okay, Sumanth. Everybody's wrong. Atul is wrong. I am wrong. Kishore Bhimani is wrong. Only you are right. But I ask you one question.
Dhoni is a mortal like everybody else who is subject to mental pressure, and the mental pressure just got to him.
So Baba, please, don't give me this Alice in Wonderland, Hansel and Gretel stories, please, on Newshour.
That is completely unfair.
Sumanth, please, this is not, Grimm's fairy tales. My question is, just one. I want a question that Atul asked. It cannot go unanswered on Newshour. What is the question Atul Wassan asked? Now, actually, Atul, can I tell you one thing? Sumanth has no answer to that. Sanjay Hegde has no answer to that. That's why they avoided it. What is the question Atul asked? Atul asked a simple question. Name one other cricket captain in the history of international cricket who has done something as shameful as this.
Kim Hughes, I answered that. Kim Hughes. He went on the second day of a test match. It was not even at the end of a test match when he announced that he was stepping down. There have been other instances as well. I can recall them over a period of time, but there have been many instances
at the function.
International captain.
Rahul Dravid stayed on. It was a private conversation. It did not happen in the way that it was. No, 1 second. There is no comparison with Rahul Dravid. There is no comparison with Rahul Dravid in this case. Rahul Dravid didn't do this. No, it wasn't.
Sachin
you can take that comparison back.
Arnab,
Kishore Bhimani.
Arnab, Sachin Tendulkar did it.
I want to answer.
Sachin Tendulkar didn't walk out like this, please.
Sumanth Raman.
Kishore Bhimani, please.
I would like to make two small points.
Kishore Bhimani
talking because
made him continue for one more test.
Kishore Bhimani.
Can I answer this if Mr. Sumanth Raman keeps quiet for 2 seconds?
Yeah, Mr. Raman.
Yes,
Number one, I do not think the word Dhoni bashing is a correct word. Neither Atul Wassan nor I, nor Mr. Bimal Soni or anybody is bashing Dhoni. We are bashing the breach of protocol. We are bashing something that has happened which shouldn't happen from a very great player. One of the finest players this country has produced, like Mahendra Singh Dhoni. We are sad, we are angry, and we are upset about that. And as far as what this question about has it happened in cricket, I will say one thing. I will talk about.
Announce it later.
Would you let me finish? Asif Iqbal in Calcutta in 1979, at the turn of the year, the 2nd of January, the Calcutta match was on, and he told all of us he was retiring after the series because he knew that if when he went back to Pakistan, when you lose 2-0 in India, you're not welcome as captain anymore. He was going to do it privately. In fact, he announced it that I am captain. I am playing the Calcutta Test, which was a dead rubber. And he walked out to a standing applause from Eden Gardens, and he went out in style. Now, if Dhoni had done that in Sydney, at the SCG, I'm playing my last test because I'm a little weary and I want to stick to one-day cricket. We would all have been proud of him. This is not Dhoni bashing.
No, this is not. This is Dhoni taking his fight on a public level. This is Dhoni doing a public, making a public spectacle of a fight.
Why isn't he doing that? A selfish man logically should do that, should want a final test where the audiences are fawning over him and everybody is paying.
You see what you are doing, what you are doing is psychoanalysis. What you are doing is psychoanalysis.
Abruptly.
No, see, listen, none of us are psych. No, we don't do psychoanalysis of Dhoni.
Logical.
After all these years of playing international cricket, do you know what is the right thing to do and the wrong thing to do? And today, the way in which Dhoni has got underground.
Why did the BCCI not advise Dhoni? Look, we've discussed it. Please don't make it public until the Sydney Test.
You tell me. Maybe the BCCI. No, I'll give you an answer to that. Can I give you a possible explanation? Sumanth, will you listen to anyone, please, for God's sake? Thank you. Now the question is, I'll tell you a possible reason for it. The possible reason is, Dhoni is like a pampered child, right, of the Indian Cricket Board. He has a special relationship. Oh, come on, please. He's the chairman, head of Chennai Super Kings, the BCCI president for all these years. Is his direct boss both in India Cements and in Chennai Super Kings. I think my question is here.
But you think nobody in the BCCI can call him and say, please continue for one test match?
Okay, Sumanth. Okay, so no, I'll tell you what the BCCI can do. I know Srinivasan won't like it, but I'll tell him. No, I'll tell you what the BCCI can do. What Srinivasan can do is Srinivasan can tell Dhoni, I also am worried that your body is facing so much wear and tear that I think I would sacrifice you from the Chennai Super Kings in the next season and let you focus yourself, and your body and your mind only for playing for cricket. At least 1 year give only Indian cricket, for God's sake. Srinivasan should say, shouldn't he, Kishore Bhimani? Your body and mind is not in perfect shape.
Absolutely.
Please retire from Chennai Super Kings. So what if there's a financial loss and the brand loss to Chennai Super Kings? The country is greater. Mr. Srinivasan, I really think you should do that. I think Srinivasan should do that.
But look,
in a job that has been entrusted to him, one of the greatest jobs in this country, that of India's Test captain.
Will he do that? Will he do that?
Look, will he do that? The role of India's Test captain. Everybody has been saying for the last 3-4 months that Dhoni should be relieved of that post. So he's done the honourable thing.
No, you just twisted your own argument. Now you're completely confused, Sumanth.
What post? The captain
post?
No. Arnab, I'm not confused.
But he's still going to be captaining India in the World Cup.
You are accusing...
Oh my God. You know, Arnab.
Sorry?
Yeah. Can I? Because
Atul,
I am always at the other end of the spectrum in the last 1 year, you've been, after me that I have supported Dhoni against whatever arrows you've dished out at him. And, I'm between a rock and a hard place, and now I'm getting these today messages and that we are bashing Dhoni. I think people have missed the whole point about it, That's exactly the point. He's going to be leading India in the World Cup, and we are asking the timing, the style, and the way it's happened just doesn't add up. So we're just trying to find some questions, and here are gentlemen on the show who are just on one track and taking it out against us. So can you make it a slightly more clearer that we are not even questioning his achievements and what a cricketer. He still deserves to be in the Indian team.
I think anyone who thinks...
captaining wise in test matches is a question.
Atul, what are we discussing? It's on top of the screen. In case any of you have any doubts about it, I don't think we need to explain. Dhoni mystery retirement, right? Dhoni mystery and the BCCI call. One second. Is this one of those cliched shows about how great Dhoni is? We are saying why the midway exit doesn't add up. Dhoni, you've done great for Indian cricket, but could you have saved us the blushes on this one? That's the question tonight. Do you think Dhoni could have been a little bit more gracious about it? Whatever his problem with Virat Kohli was, could he have been a little more gracious about it? Tell us what you think using the hashtag Dhoni Mystery. Thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.